Have you ever asked God a question and heard nothing back? Not a sign, not an answer, not even a hint. You pray about your future relationship. You ask God for direction. You ask Him if that person is the one. You ask when love will finally come. But heaven feels silent. And after a while, the silence starts to hurt. You begin to wonder, did God forget me? Is something wrong with me? Why does everyone else seem to find love while I keep waiting? If you have ever felt this way, you are not alone. And today, there is something important you need to understand. Because God's silence is not always what it seems. Sometimes, the silence itself is part of the answer. Many people think that if God is quiet, He must be absent. But that is not always true. A teacher is often silent during a test, not because he left the room, but because he is watching. Sometimes God works the same way. The truth is, God often does His deepest work where you cannot see it. And that can be frustrating because we want clarity, we want certainty, we want a timeline, we want answers. But relationships rarely work that way. Sometimes God stays silent because your heart is still healing. You may not even realize it. Maybe you moved on physically, but emotionally, there are still wounds, old disappointments, old fears, old scars. Sometimes we ask God for someone new while carrying pain from someone old. And God knows that. He sees what we cannot. Because a healthy relationship cannot fix an unhealthy heart. Sometimes healing must happen first, and healing often happens quietly. Another reason God may seem silent is because He is teaching trust. Nobody likes waiting. Waiting feels uncomfortable. Waiting feels lonely. Waiting feels unfair. But trust grows in waiting seasons, not easy seasons. Anyone can trust when everything makes sense. Real trust develops when nothing does, when prayers seem unanswered, when doors stay closed, when the future feels uncertain. That is where faith grows, and faith is valuable. Sometimes God is more concerned with your character than your comfort, and that can be difficult to accept. There is something else many people miss. Sometimes God stays silent because He does not want you to become obsessed with finding the one. Think about that. How much time do people spend searching, overthinking, analyzing messages, watching signs, checking every little detail, trying to force certainty? Meanwhile, life keeps moving. Purpose keeps calling. Growth keeps waiting. And God may be saying, focus on becoming the right person, not just finding the right person. Because who you become matters a lot. Then there is another possibility, one that many people never consider. Sometimes God is protecting you from something you cannot see. Imagine wanting a relationship so badly that you ignore warning signs. Imagine meeting someone at the wrong time. Imagine building a future with someone who would eventually break your heart. God sees the entire road. We only see the next step. And because He sees more, He sometimes says less. Not because He does not care, but because He does. Now here is the beautiful part. God's silence is not rejection. Read that again. God's silence is not rejection. Just because heaven feels quiet does not mean heaven is inactive. Seeds grow underground, not in public, not where everyone can see. And many times, God works the same way. He prepares people quietly. He opens doors quietly. He changes hearts quietly. He arranges things quietly, long before we ever notice. One day, what feels confusing now may suddenly make sense. One day, you may look back and realize the delay protected you. The waiting strengthened you. The silence prepared you. And the unanswered questions were not proof that God abandoned you. They were proof that God was still writing the story. So if you are waiting today, keep trusting, keep growing, keep healing, keep praying. Your future is not forgotten. Your story is not over, and your worth is not determined by your relationship status. You are valuable right now. You are loved right now, and God sees you right now, even in the silence, especially in the silence. Before you go, tell me in the comments, have you ever experienced a season where God's silence later made sense? I would love to hear your story. And if this message encouraged you, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it today.